Hello friends, my name is Annie, welcome to my channel, and today in this video we're going to talk about our story, how we bought our first house in Canada with zero down payment, basically. Now, we didn't rob a bank. We used a Nova Scotia program called DPAP, which is basically down payment assistance program. So it covers your 5% of down payment, obviously, as an interest-free loan if you qualify. So in this video, I'm gonna guide you to the best of my abilities to through what DPAP actually is, how does it work, and we need to talk about who actually qualifies and what the rules are, because this program is obviously not for everyone, even though it sounds so, sweet. If you're stuck on the down payment wall, you at least know what your options are and that you actually have options. So yeah, if you're interested, keep watching. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, not a mortgage broker. I'm just a tired mom, woman in tech, with a kid, with debt, and now with a house. So I'm sharing our experience. So what DPAP actually is? It is a program from the province of Nova Scotia, Canada, that helps first-time home buyers, it's very important, who can afford the monthly mortgage, but don't have cash for the 5% down payment. So in simple terms, the province gives you a loan up to 5% of purchase price of your home to use only as down payment. This loan is interest-free, you repay it over 10 years, and it is registered as a second mortgage on your home. That's very important to remember. So this amount of money you're getting through DPAP, you cannot use it for, closing costs, like your lawyer, taxes, inspection, all that jazz, all additional amount of money you need to have, unfortunately, to buy a house in Canada. So it strictly covers only down payment portion, nothing else. So it's not free money. Yeah, we all want free money, and a credit card is free money, right? No, it's not. It's still a debt, it's not free money, but it's no interest, and it can literally be the difference between, we have to rent forever and we're actually getting the keys from our own house. Yay! So let's talk about eligibility, who can actually apply and get the DPAP, because it's very much not for everyone again. I don't want to be a party pooper here, but honestly, I just want you to be very well aware of what you're getting into. So according to the official Nova Scotia website and the latest program guide at the time I'm filming this, which is beginning of 2026, you can apply if you are pre-approved for an insured mortgage with an approved lender. 2, your total household income is under 145,000 CAD per year. All people in the deed have a credit score at least 650. It is also very important that all of the people who are buying the house, like in our case, it was like my husband and me, so we all have a, what we can call a decent, I guess, credit score of 650. What's next? You have to be a first-time home buyer. So this is really your first house you're buying yourself. You have to be a Canadian permanent resident or a citizen, obviously, living full-time in Nova Scotia. This is a very vague term, but, we usually think at least a year or 2. So, you're not coming here to stay at your auntie's house for a couple of months and then go back to Ontario, kind of thing. Another condition is you don't have the financial ability to pay 5% of down payment on your own. That's easy. And also, you can pay all the closing costs yourself. And the closing costs when you're buying a house, they can get up to, 10, maybe $15,000 Canadian dollars. obviously. I'm stressing that because that's very important, and that's a caveat for many people who, like, oh, we have a down payment assistance program. We can just basically don't save any money and we can just go and buy a house. No. You still have to have some money for closing costs. If you want to talk about what closing costs are and what we have actually paid for our house, leave a comment below, because I was thinking about filming like, a money video, just talking about what do you need and maybe not want, but need to pay when buying your first house. Not only you, but your home also has to meet certain criteria, such as it must be Nova Scotia. Well, it's Nova Scotian program. It must be your primary residence. So it's not a rental, not something where you want to open Airbnb, not a cottage, not a seasonal property. It's kind of pretty common to have a seasonal property in Nova Scotia. And also it must be under a specific price cap for your region in Nova Scotia. So right now those caps look like it's $570K in Halifax regional in HRM. Do not pronounce that, please. HRM, all right? East Hants. It's $375K in West Hants, Annapolis Valley, and the South Shore. And it's up to $300K in Yarmouth County and Northern Eastern counties. Important thing from the guide, just for the heads up, you need to apply at least 3 weeks before your closing date. It's very important, and it's very funny because usually your closing date is, it's very often when your closing date is much closer and you have much less time than 3 weeks. But that's the rules. It probably is designed so your DPAP is not acting as the last-minute emergency button kind of thing. But yeah, just so you are aware of that. So a little bit more on the numbers, the scary part, who, people hate and love. So DPAP, as we have said, can cover up to 5% of the purchase price, interest-free, repayable over 10 years. Okay, capture that. That means if your home costs, say, $350K, your 5% down payment is $17,500K. Under DPAP, that entire $17,500 could theoretically come from the program. That's good, right? One broker example shows that, repaid over 10 years. That's about $145 per month with no interest. Sounds good to me. There is a tricky part. Usually, of course, there's always a tricky part. There's always a but. So the tricky part starts once your home price goes over 500,000 CAD. Because Canadian rules say that you need 5% down for the first 500,000 and 10% down on the amount above 500,000. So yeah, follow my lead. DPAP can only give 5%, right, on the purchase price. So if your home is over 500,000, you need to show that you can cover that extra 10% portion on the slice above 500,000 yourself. Couple of very important repetitions. The DPAP shows as a second mortgage payment on your debt ratios. Your bank will absolutely count this when decided if you can afford the mortgage or not. I don't know, I guess I'll tell something about us and what happened with us and how DPAP worked for our family. Yeah, we're a small family in Halifax. I work in tech and QA. My husband and I have a kid. Daycare bills, immigrant history, job changes, all that jazz, And also a nice collection of financial scars from all of our funny history from the last 5 years. So our situation, I guess it was pretty, simple and probably very familiar for many Canadians. So our income was okay, right, for the current economy. We could reasonably afford a monthly mortgage payment on a, modest house kind of thing. But we were also renting, and, rent prices in Halifax are above what you can think. Maybe, I don't know what you know about renting in Halifax, but yeah, the prices are crazy right now. And so if you are renting with a modest-ish income, chances that you can save a down payment are, pretty low. It's really hard. Yeah, it's hard. Let's be honest here. Every time I looked at the house prices and that 5% number, it felt like, this cruel math problem. Like we could actually handle the monthly mortgage, but we can't magically produce $20-30K in cash. So I guess we ran forever. And that when DPAP came in for us. We started researching. We had to get a huge bundle of documents. All of them are listed on the DPAP website. Notice of assessments, pay stubs, employment letters, IDs, government, agreements of purchase of sale. So the whole adulting starter pack you have to deal with in this country. Meanwhile, we actually found our house, the one we ended up calling the pink carpet house. It was not actually pink, but yeah, it's the whole another story. And I have a video on my channel where I show you guys the process of looking for a house and what houses we looked at. So yeah, let's finalize it and let's be really, really honest in this part. Because I know it's easy to romanticize, like, oh, we bought a house with zero down. But yeah, it can help you, DPAP can help you get into the market years earlier instead of waiting, while house prices climb, and they always do that. Sometimes slower, sometimes faster. So the loan is interest-free as long as you follow the rules and everything. And it's a formal government program that lenders and mortgagor, insurance, everybody knows about it. Like everybody involved in that stuff, house buying stuff. So it's not some shady workaround, nothing like that. It's very real and very legit, so there is nothing to be scared of. And yeah, I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just telling you the stuff I know myself in case it gets, useful to you. From everything we went through, I'd say that DPAP makes most sense if your income is stable, you're comfortably qualify for the monthly mortgage payment. Your main problem is that 5% down payment, nothing else, right? And you plan to live there in that new house of yours long term, and you are emotionally okay with having a second mortgage and a second payment for 10 years. Yeah, to wrap it up, we were able to buy our first home in Nova Scotia with no traditional down payment, saved because of the down payment assistance program. It wasn't easy, it wasn't, stress-free, and it definitely was not just free. But for us, it was the bridge between renting forever and actually building something of our own here, So if you are in Nova Scotia and you are curious if this might work for you, I'm leaving all the links below this video in the description. Not many links though, but still. Leave your comments down below, tell me your stories if you have already bought a house in Canada, if you're planning to do so, and yeah, did you know about the DPAP or not? Are you gonna use it? Have you ever used it? And yeah, let's just talk. Let's talk home ownership. It's fun. She said. That's what she said. Thank you for being here with me. Like and follow, that was useful because I'm trying and I'm doing my best to not sell, but serve. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.